and earn over 170K a year. My fiancé Tim is a teacher. He doesn't earn much, but his family has money and a strong public service tradition. He has a low seven-figure trust fund. Recently, Tim and his parents said they expect me to quit my job after the wedding and become a stay-at-home mom. I thought they were joking. They weren't. They said it's emasculating that I earn more than Tim. Over my career, I'll make far more than him, but he can't legally access or reallocate trust money to pay me what I'd lose. His mother has more flexible funds, though. So I suggested a fair solution. They create an unrecoverable trust in my name. They'd deposit the equivalent of my gross salary yearly, adjusted for raises, promotions for 35 years. That way, I'm protected financially if I give up my career, and they get their traditional setup. They were outraged. I offered another compromise. I'd sign a prenup that entitles me to half of Tim's trust if we divorce, and I've sacrificed my career. Still a no. They genuinely expect me to walk away from a lucrative, hard-earned career with zero safety net. I feel like I'm being practical. They think I'm greedy. My mom says I'm being rude and too focused on money. I think I'm being honest about the risks. Reddit, am I wrong for expecting financial security in return for giving up my career?
I know this is morbid, so I'm sorry. I, 36F, am dying. I have terminal cancer and about 1 to 2 years left. I've made peace with it. What makes this complicated is my relationship. My boyfriend, 38M, is also my ex-husband. We married right out of high school, had 3 kids, 12M, 11F, 4M, and divorced when our daughter was 3. The reason was his overwhelming work schedule. It hurt, but it felt necessary. 2 years later, I was diagnosed with cancer. He cut his work hours, became more present for the kids, and started caring for me. We slowly reconnected. I went into remission at 31. We didn't remarry, but we rebuilt our bond. I had our youngest at 32. The cancer came back at 34, this time terminal. We've accepted it. I don't want pity. I've lived fully. But I do mourn missing milestones with my kids. Now we want to remarry. I want him listed as my husband when I go. I want him to have legal rights to make medical decisions. I want him to receive survivor benefits. My sister, 38F, says it's cruel to remarry him knowing I'm dying. She claims I manipulated him back with cancer sympathy and that remarrying now disrespects marriage. But we love each other deeply and regret the divorce. We got a second chance and want it recognized. So Reddit, would it be wrong to remarry under these circumstances, or are we just making peace with the time we have left?
So I was on vacation recently and went out with a group of people who were also traveling. One of them was this 22-year-old guy. At first I thought he was cute until I found out his age. I'm in my 30s, so I mentally shut that thought down. Like, hard no, way too young. But we all got super drunk one night, started chatting more, and he was surprisingly mature and funny. Then out of nowhere, he kissed me. And I hate to admit it, but it was genuinely the best kiss I've ever had. I was stunned. He knew my age, too. I just remember standing there thinking, wait, what is happening right now? We ended up kissing more throughout the night, nothing beyond that, but the chemistry was insane. When we all parted ways, he gave me this sweet, intense goodbye kiss, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since. Now I'm back home, sober, and stuck in my head. I feel weird. He's 22. That's young. I'm trying to give myself grace. It was vacation, we were drunk, things happen, but I still feel off about it. Am I messed up for letting it happen? For liking it? For still thinking about it? The age gap feels wild. But at the same time, it wasn't creepy or forced. I don't know. I keep replaying that kiss in my mind and wondering...
Dating this girl for almost 3 years. We had plans, talked about moving in, everything felt solid. But the past couple of months, something felt off. She was always on her phone, guarding the screen, suddenly working late more than usual. I didn't want to accuse her, but something didn't sit right. Then I saw a post about an AI tool that can detect if someone's active on dating apps like Tinder or Bumble. You link a phone number or email, and it checks if they're swiping, matching, all that. Out of curiosity, I tested her number. She was active on Tinder. Within the last 24 hours, I paid for a deep scan. It showed new pictures, a different bio, even messages. I made a fake Tinder account just to check, and yep, there she was, flirting, saying she was single but taking it slow. Turns out she'd been seeing at least 3 other guys. one of them twice a week while telling me she was at yoga. I confronted her with screenshots and AI receipts. She froze, didn't deny it, just said, "I didn't think you'd find out." I left that night, blocked her everywhere, burned the hoodie she used to sleep in. I'm still angry, not just because she cheated, but because she kept smiling like everything was fine. AI freaks me out sometimes, but this time, I'm glad it exists. But yeah, oh well.
I, 21F, have been with my boyfriend, 23M, for a year, but we've known each other for 2. Early on, I was very clear. No sex. Cuddles, kisses, affection. Yes, but no sexual intimacy. I'm not asexual. I just feel that kind of intimacy is a huge deal for me. And we're still young, don't live together, and I want to wait. He agreed to that up front. We've never had a fight, just minor bickering, but we've always communicated well. Last night, after a great date at my place, he brought up that he's struggling with the no-sex boundary. He said if I were a virgin, he'd understand, but since I've had sex before, just oral, and after 3 years with my ex, he feels like I don't trust him. He got frustrated, and I reminded him this boundary was clear from day one. After going back and forth, I finally said, maybe we should just break up if neither of us is getting what we want. He didn't respond, left in the morning, and now we haven't spoken. I still care for him deeply. We have a really good relationship, but I won't bend my boundary. Still, I wonder, was I too harsh? Edit. Some are saying I led him on or manipulated him. I explicitly told him from the start not to expect sex ever and gave him the option to walk away. He accepted. How is that leading him on? Aya for possibly ending.
Me, F25, and my boyfriend, M27, have been together for 2 years. The sex has always been fine. Not amazing, but fine. The problem? He never actually gets me there, but gets so proud when he thinks he has. For months, I've been faking because it was easier than dealing with his bruised ego when I'm honest. Last night, after yet another disappointing round where he immediately rolled over saying, "That was incredible, right?" I snapped and said, "Actually, no, I haven't come with you in months." He got super defensive, said I was emasculating him, and now we're not speaking. Ada for finally being honest? I'm tired of performing pleasure just to protect his feelings, but maybe I